Hi, Zeus here. Today I won my level 20 boss battle after a 6 times win streak, and that took me all the way to number 121 on the US leaderboard. I'm going to show you the combat and the tech tree decisions that I made along the way. So let's jump right into the combat. At this point, I've won 2 battles in a row, and I'm going for my 3rd in a row if I can beat this base here. Now this is a pretty typical base. It's got a single engine tucked into the upper right corner of the warship. Threw down a critter box to clear those mines because you never know, some of your Zukas might run across them. And I landed all of my troops with one boat of heavies on the far right. I landed one group of heavies there, and what they're going to do is they're going to take down 1 or 2 of those sniper towers while the rest of the troops take out all those defensive units on the right. And that's just going to speed my process when I finally get to the point of doing a flare back down to the far left corner of the landing area. Since this guy's got no rocket launchers or doom cannon, I'm going to let my troops glide in there, and hopefully we can take out that group of 4 weapons, the boom cannon, the cannon, and the 2 machine guns. And that'll speed my battle later in the process, and I'll lose fewer people to getting picked off or straying off into the group of mines over there. So I did that, reflared down to the corner, and then, oh my god, I lost my Kavan. Some kind of bad luck, random thing. Anyhow, so my troops are going to take out that engine in the corner there, and then we're going to drift up and another critter box to get rid of some of those mines, and shock to keep that mortar from knocking out a bunch of my Zukas. And at this point, I'm going to be pretty protective of my troops because I don't have my Kavan. Threw down a shock to make sure that my heavies in the front. Oh, now that's lucky. If I can just beat this one engine, I'm golden. It looks pretty good to do that. And don't have any energy at this point to do anything other than throw down some health packs. I'm going to wait on the health pack till I'm addressing that last machine gun, and I had just enough energy right at the end there to throw down a shock to get the mortar in that machine gun so the mortar doesn't blow up a bunch of my mines. And I'm going to clear the base. So that's good. And of course this is a win. He's retreated. So sweet. F1 MA78. Let's see what he did against my base. So he's using the classic bullet, boat of heavies, rocket choppas. Did something different. He flared down to the corner there. He's gonna have to use a lot of shocks on those items, and he flares away from them so he doesn't have to worry about them. One thing of critters get absorbed by my mines on the boom cannon, and now he's addressing the base directly. He's taking out my boom cannon and then 2 amp rocket launchers, another boom cannon. So his attack's going pretty well at this point, but I'm guessing he's going to run out of energy because he's used a ton of shocks to get here. And yeah, I don't see any shocks at this point. And now that boom cannon is going to start to pick off his guys, and the rocket launcher dealt the other one. So anyway, victory. Let's see where I am now. 195 on the US leaderboard, and I've got a 3 times win streak. All right, let's see if I can keep it going. Let's go back into combat. So this guy's got a doom cannon, no rocket launchers, and he's got that same arrangement with the one engine tucked up in the far right corner. So I'm gonna throw down a box of critters and take out all those mines. And I'm gonna land everybody but the one heavy on the far right. And that one boat of heavies is gonna work through some of those sniper towers while I'm taking out the engine and those other defensive weapons on the far right. Again, because there's no rocket launchers, I'm going to let my troops drift into these boom cannons and try to take out some of them before I flare. So I'm going to flare back now. And again, the idea of that is not to split up your troops so that you're more powerful as you're addressing each item and the defenses go down faster and you lose fewer heavies along the way. It is more time consuming as opposed to a split troop drop or split troop attack. But against strong defenses, you're better off. You're gonna get further into the base. So we've got the next engine, we threw down a shock because that doom cannon is starting to pick off the leading edge of our, sweet, opponent has retreated. So I believe we've already won this. Again, you never know, you gotta wait a little while because sometimes people retreat just as they're beating an engine and then the engine comes down after they've retreated. But yeah, it looks like we've won this one. And we've got a lot of troops addressing his last few defensive weapons. So it's a walk in the park here at this point. And the boom cannon goes down, and we've got a mass of troops going after the last engine. All right. So we kept our win streak alive. GB Flotte, maybe a German player, hard to say. Or Skull Flotte. Skull Fleet. So he's using the same technique that I am, but he's got rocket choppas with his Kavan and his heavies. Threw down a shock to suppress my max rocket launchers rather. So now he's out of guys and he's starting to lose his rocket choppas. So that's why the fleet went down. And he did a Hail Mary at the end there, which did not work out. All right, with that win, we're up to 174 on the US leaderboard. And the next battle, if we win, we can get to level 20. Let's see how that goes. So this guy's got the max level rocket launchers and the damage amplifier. No sky shield and no doom cannon. Oh, no, there's a doom cannon tucked in the lower right-hand corner. That's kind of clever, right behind the headquarters. So we're going to have to keep an eye on that one. It's already starting to blow up some of our troops, so we're going to throw a shock on it. I'll let that group of troops up there go, but I have to say it's probably going to be a mistake, and I'm going to pay for that because all my Zookas up there are going to die. But I can replicate them with Kavan down below. And I haven't used a lot of energy. Well, actually I have. Let's see how far we get into this guy's base. I doubt we're going to be able to clear it. Oh, opponent has retreated. Well, that's awesome. Because we're one engine ahead. And we're about to die. All of our heavies go down, all the Zukas go down. And that's it. Mad Twin. Gets us to level 20 chests. Sweet. All right, let's open up the level 20 chest. And let's take a look then at the tech tree. And let's decide what we're going to do with the additional keys. So, you know, we could open up the rifleman, because that's being spawned off of Dr. Kavan if we over-spawn troops. Could max out the medic. We could upgrade gunboat energy, but it's only a marginal utility. The grenadier, marginal utility, bullet we can't open, and we've chosen not to go down that path. The tank, warrior, more gunboat energy, barrage. There is a node there with two boom cannons. We're going to open that, and we're going to max out the building health, which I think will give us the biggest bang for the buck. Next up, the bombardier, and then the heavy chopper, and then the artillery, and we'll go back for the barrage before we open up the next engine. Maybe the gunboat energy node. All right, let's see what Mad Twin did. Ooh, he's got barrage, but he didn't calculate it correctly, and he didn't take down my rocket launcher. So that was a waste of gunboat energy. And the crater box also didn't take down the... Oof, lost a lot of Zukas up on the right. Not flaring. He's lost a lot of troops. And he's got very few heavies left because he ran across all my mines. And that's all she wrote. All right, let's place down these two new boom cannons. So where I've been getting lucky taking out some of these rocket choppers is over there. And if we just have more of them, hopefully it will be better for us to take out more rocket choppers. So at least that's my theory. And we'll space them out a little bit. So they have a better probability of taking out rocket choppers. All right, I like that. I think that'll work. So with that, we've got a 5 times win streak, which is cool. And now on the US leaderboard, we're all the way up to number 147. All right, let's try out our new boom cannons and see if they're effective. All right, let's try to win again. We'll go further and risk our 5 times win streak. Let's see here. This guy, he's got a doom cannon, very well placed by the landing area. 4 max level rocket launchers amplified. This is a tough base. It's well designed. It's got a nice spread of mines too. Just thinking about what I want to do here. All right, I'm almost out of time. I think we're just going to land everything in the far left. So we threw a box of critters, got rid of some mines, and at least distracted the boom cannon for one blast. And now we've got a shock down on the doom cannon. And I guess the idea here is to work our way quickly through the lower level of the base, knock out the doom cannon, and then flare back. And we're going to need to throw down some smoke, otherwise our Kavan's going to die. Regroup down below. And now we've got our standard attack. So it's going pretty well, but we're out of gunboat energy at this point. Oh, that's great. The opponent has retreated. But we've got to get through to at least one of his engines to be sure to win. And we don't have enough gunboat energy really to do anything, and our leading heavies are starting to die. Threw down a box of critters, get rid of all those mines on the left. Health pack to try to save our Zukas. They're still in range of that one rocket launch, but luckily he did pick on the ones near the engine. They picked on the others, and they lasted long enough. Now I'm going to flare over to the right to get around those mines. And we're going to throw a flare on that boom cannon to take out the boom cannon, because we're going to run out of Zukas if we don't take down these last few offenses that can reach the Zukas. Another flare on the cannon. And now we've got an easy kill here, even though it's going to take a while. So we don't have very many Zukas left. I think we've got a total of 4. All right, we'll throw down a critter box just to try to speed it up a little bit. All right, sweet. So that's 6 in a row. David, let's see what David did. So he's using the standard private bullet with boat of heavies and then rocket choppers. And oh, I thought he was going to flare down. So he ran all his heavies across all the mines, so there's not going to be much left. And he lost a rocket chopper on my boom cannons. And he better have more shocks. Oh, good timing on that shock. He's going to lose another rocket chopper there. And another one. So he's down to 3, but he's got he's got one last shock there, and now he's going to start losing more to the cannon and the boom. He's done. All right. That was a good attack, just didn't clear my base. All right, with that 6 times win streak, let's see where we are in the U.S. leaderboard. We're up to number 121. Awesome. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, please subscribe to the channel and give us a like. And thanks as always to Hercules for the video editing.